Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashita Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarine. Hare Krishna. So today is verse number 17. So the flow is Krishna explained who is unintelligent. Yesterday we saw that the person who thinks that he is only the doer without considering the 5 factors of action. So the same topic is going on, like a person who thinks that I have done something or I am the cause of something, he is unintelligent or he is fool. So naturally the question will come, okay, if that such a person is unintelligent, then who is the intelligent person? So that Krishna answers in this verse. Yasya naham kruto bhavo.
Yasya nahan krito bhavo.
Buddhir yasya na lipyate.
Buddhir yasya na lipyate.
Hatva api sa imal lokan.
Hatva api sa imal lokan.
Na hanti na nibhadyate.
Na hanti na nivadyate. Yasya nahan krito bhavo. Buddhir yasya na lipyate. Hatvapi sa imal lokan na hanti na nivadyate.
Yasya naham krito bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate hatvapi saimal lokan nahanti na nibadyate.
Translation. Purport. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill, nor he is bound by his action. Purport. In this word, the Lord informs Arjuna that the desire not to fight arises from false ego. Arjuna thought himself to be the doer of the action, but he did not consider the supreme sanction within and without. If one does not know what the supreme sanction, that a supreme sanction is there, why should he act? But one who knows the instrument of work, himself as worker, and Supreme Lord as the supreme sanctioner, is a perfect in doing everything. Such a person is never in illusion. Personal activity and responsibility arise from false ego and godliness or lack of Krishna consciousness. Anyone who is acting in Krishna consciousness under the direction of Super Soul or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though kills, does not kill, nor is he ever affected by the reaction of such killing. When a soldier kills under the command of superior officer, he is not subject to be judged. But if a soldier kills on his own personal account, then he is certainly judged by the court of law. So this is the description of an intelligent person. So intelligent person from the angle who knows the constitution or the contents of any action and how any action is executed and who is involved in it. So naturally, understanding this or having this knowledge, what he does not consider himself the doer. And interesting is Srila Prabhupada, that's first line, that Arjuna saying not to fight is coming from false ego. Why? Because Arjuna is a Kshatriya, so his dharma is to fight. So when he came on the battlefield, he is supposed to fight whoever is the enemy from his dharma point of view. He should not bring anything. So he just fight because he has got order from his king and others. So he should fight. But he said, I don't want to fight. So that purely was because of his own attachment to not fighting. He knew his dharma, but still he didn't want to fight, whatever may be the reasons. He had several reasons, but that is also coming from false ego. So, in external eyes, which may think a pious or wonderful activity, but from Shastric point of view, actually it is exactly opposite. So Arjuna has, as his dharma, he should fight. So we also have different dharmas or duties to be executed, and considering that every action, five factors are involved, I am one of that, and my senses are one of that. And also of course Devi, the super soul, is also involved in all the actions. So that is actually the knowledge. So we should in any activity, because Krishna said any good or bad activity by mind, body or senses, mind, body or speech, everything has these five factors. So uh, actually I am also speaking now also, there are different factors involved in this, and that is why it is happening. So that's the consciousness we should have every moment. Then there is very less chance of becoming in going into pride, or doing actions through pride, if we have this consciousness. So this is the intelligent person. So the action should not be from the false ego, and intelligence should not be carried away by the mind. So it should control the mind rather than controlled by the mind. So mind will desire something, intelligence should actually judge it is correct or wrong, uh, and then direct the mind. But in reality it happens wrong. Mind decides something, and then intelligence supports how you can do this activity. And this can be experienced by every one of us, that we desire something, and then we find out the ways to execute that plan. So that is actually wrong use of intelligence, and we do that. So that intelligence is entangled. But intelligent person is who uses intelligence to control the mind and senses. So if such a person does any action, he will not get the reaction, because he is using shastric uh, knowledge. And also Srila Prabhupada says, like mentions, like for a direction from the within and without. So within means the super soul, the inner voice that we say, um, and without means outside. There will be some your spiritual master or some devotee or somebody instructing you to what to do, what not to do. So we have to find the balance between both of the things and take the proper judgment, so that we don't do activity which is against the scripture. Because if it is against the scriptures, then that activity should be avoided. That is what Krishna is telling us. So uh, somebody, or maybe sometimes I also think, how I can know that for a particular action there is sanction from the God. Uh, how I can understand that? So for that, actually what needed is one qualification, is we should have a complete faith and trust on the Supreme Lord, that yes, you are in my heart, you are directing me, my actions. So it requires a lot of faith. Many times what happens is, like, we don't trust that he actually is there is something like inner voice which is coming from the super soul or something higher, which is Devi. So many times it's we don't accept that, and we do activity. In that case, of course, if we don't have faith, then there is no spiritual practice. Faith is the first qualification, right? So we should have complete faith and surrender that yes, uh, whatever the directions I'm going to get from inner, that I will be able to notice, and this that is coming from the super soul. So if you have that faith and you maintain that consciousness while doing the activities, then you will, maybe we will understand the inner voice. So uh, uh, devotees who are at higher consciousness, or even the monks who are at higher consciousness, even if they are practicing some meditation, but they are at very higher consciousness. So those monks, actually their behavior, their actions, their face, looking at them, you understand that these people are at some different consciousness, because they focus more on internal things, and then they get these directions. Actually, all of us get some directions and some confidence. What we say, confidence, that I'm confident that I can do this activity. uh, from where that confidence comes? We have to think that from where that confidence comes, or from where the doubt comes. So when we have faith on our capacity, that our capacity means is the inner strength we have, that yeah, this is something is possible. So I get the inner strength and confidence that okay, I can do it. So this is coming from inside, actually. That's why the motivational speaker also say, like, uh, you have to be determined from inside, and then you can change the outside, right? So this is the sentence they use. So that is also, some people say positive thinking, but that is coming from inside your heart, and the directions from the deva, that yes, you can do this activity. If you do in this particular way, this is possible. So sometimes we get that confidence even if we don't speak, and we automatically get some directions that okay, you do this now, and other paths already closed, and we don't have any other way but only this one way to do that activity. And then we go on that path, and the things start happening. So these actually are the signs that we get. Sometimes the sign comes from outside, like somebody will say, what you are doing, why you are not doing this thing. So that is also sign that okay, something, you have to listen to this person, what he's saying. So intelligence is to be used everywhere, not only in studies, or it's always in our day-to-day life also. The intelligence is very important to judge who is saying what, for what purpose, all these things. So such a person who uses his intelligence properly, and who is not doing any activity by his ego, so he is actually just following the orders of the superior. So Krishna Prabhupada gives examples of the military men. Yeah. So we have to practice this. And how to practice this, and how this can be done, that knowledge actually Krishna will describe in next few verses, where he will discuss about the three types of knowledge, three types of doer. So we can judge like the five factors in the action, and in those five factors, every factor has three modes, and then the activity is done in that mode. From that, actually, we understand that whatever activity we do, sometimes we do in ignorance, passion, and those are not correct many times. Okay, so we will continue to see these interesting uh, instructions by Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any comments? Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you very much.